Hi. Grand rising, beautiful beings. So, today is my first workshop ever that I'm hosting. I have co-led workshops with one of my friends, Hannah, in the past, but I've never done them solo. It's actually been exactly a year now, because it's end of April. So April 2024 is when I officially became a yoga teacher. I got my teacher training in Guatemala, and I've been teaching at this studio since September. So it's been about April. Yeah, it's like 7 months. 7 months. So how the studio I work at works is we have regular classes that run, and you can get like a membership. You can do drop-ins. So I run a Friday community class at 5:30 p.m. and people can just sign up. That's a drop-in fee, or you have the monthly membership, stuff like that. But workshops are a little bit longer than the traditional class, like an hour. The traditional class is an hour, so workshops are like an hour 15, hour 30, sometimes 2 hours, depending on what you want to do. I love the studio I work at because there's so much creative freedom. Like, I can just go to the owner of the studio and say, hey, I want to do this, and she's usually like, yeah, let's do it. So I have been hosting my own cacao ceremonies in my backyard in the summer and stuff. This is all traditions I've learned from spending time in Hawaii and Guatemala. And I kind of base it off the lunar cycle, so it's just a way for women to gather around a fire and honor the moon. So I pull from like a lot of different heart songs and stuff I learned, especially in Guatemala. And just calling in the spirit of Mama Cacao, honoring this like space we're making for self-love. So anyways, I do those like with my friends and stuff, and I wanted to bring it to the studio I work at. So this is my first time doing a cacao ceremony where I'm getting paid. Which is just such a crazy concept to me. But yeah, workshops are a little bit more pricier than a normal class. It should be really fun. I already know some people that are coming and they're really excited, so makes me really excited to share this beautiful medicine that I learned, and hopefully I can do it justice in terms of passing on the tradition and stuff. We're doing this workshop for Earth Day. Tomorrow's Easter, and then Earth Day is on Tuesday. So this class, like, it's the day before Easter, so I was kind of worried there wouldn't be a lot of people signed up because people are traveling and stuff like that, but we have 9 signups, which is perfect because I didn't want it too big anyways, because I'm gonna try to create like a circle situation so everyone kind of feels connected. I'm like really excited. I'm just gonna enter a channeled state the whole time, so it won't really be me. I'll just be taken over by my higher self. Because if I think about it too much, then I'll be like, oh my god, everyone. Sometimes I forget I'm the teacher, you know? People are looking at me. Is that like Gen Z of me? People are looking at me when I'm teaching, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally the teacher. I don't know what I'm saying half the time when I'm teaching. But anyways, I'm going to go to yoga this morning because I have to fill up my own cup before I can fill up others, you know? I'm gonna go to yoga, and then I'm gonna go stop by one of my close friends' house. She's been a little down bad lately, so I'm gonna bring her some matcha from her favorite coffee shop nearby and a vegan muffin. And yeah, that's what I have so far. It's gonna be 85 degrees today. Okay, I live in New England. In April, this is rare. I'm gonna try to be outside all day and just have my own little Earth Day ceremony before I bring it to everyone else. So yeah, let's start the day. All right, I just got back. So now I'm sending a message out to everyone in the class. Just some little reminders. I said, reminder to bring your favorite mug to sip from, and a journal if you want to write anything down. And I'm also just sending a message that originally we had it outside, but in April it's a little bit wet and muddy, so we're actually going to be indoors, which should be fine anyways because I'm gonna leave the door open, and then it's better for acoustics and stuff, like doing sound baths and all that anyways inside. And then I just want to check in to make sure no one has any allergies or dietary restrictions, because I'm thinking of making cacao with like a homemade plant milk. It's a lot more creamier that way, and I really enjoy that taste. Traditionally it's made with water, So we'll see. I just called the owner of the studio, and just to confirm everything, she said to send out an email and a text so people can see it. So I'm just sending that out right now. And I'll send this out. Sent. All right, the lighting whenever I'm outside is just like never on my side. So I'm eating I was gonna eat avocado toast and a tofu scramble for breakfast, but we ran out of avocados. So I've been eating these like deconstructed sushi bowls lately. So it's literally rice, seaweed, a bunch of veggies, and I top it with this. Is literally, this is so insane. This is like the best, so good. The ingredients are so clean. So I've been eating that. I put like peanuts, tofu. Okay, so I thought this would be a good time to show you how I'm planning for this workshop. I already planned this like a while ago because I'm a Virgo. So I'll just read kind of this rough, sorry, I'm like still chewing, this rough little draft that I did. So it's a 75-minute workshop. I'm gonna start with an intro. I'm gonna explain cacao. So when I'm explaining cacao, where are my notes? This is my little spiel I always give about cacao. So I'm gonna mention that its main stimulating alkaloid is theobromine. This is directly translated to the food of the gods. It also has a vasodilator, which increases the size of veins, and that makes more blood and prana flow through your system, that life force energy. It's also a heart opener. It can increase your heart rate. It has anandamide, I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is the bliss molecule, so this is gonna help enhance like states of ecstasy, deeper processes, stuff like that. And then yeah, I'm gonna do some heart songs and stuff like that. Also this little cacao prayer, call it in. So that's gonna be the first 10 minutes. I'm gonna explain everything, especially if people are new to cacao and stuff like that. And then the next 10 minutes after that, I'm gonna pass out the cacao, sing some of the heart songs just to call in the spirit and bless the cacao. And then from 4:20 to 4:35, this is going to be a 15-minute meditation. This is going to be focusing on connecting with cacao, opening up your heart, connecting to the earth. And then the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna do a slow flow. So some postures, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to all of them, but we're gonna move through cat-cow, sphinx, up dog, cobra, child, warrior two, mountain. Then there's some like free movement, fish, bridge. So all these postures that I chose are reinforcing the connection of the heart chakra, opening up your heart, and then connecting to the earth. And then we're gonna end the class by going into savasana. Since it's inside, we can use bolsters and props and stuff like that. I'm gonna have everyone just kind of sit with the cacao and how they're feeling, and I'm going to play some live music on my guitar. And then I do this very intuitive, so like obviously if something doesn't work out, I'm not gonna follow it, and there's just like a loose guide. But yeah, it's very important to plan workshops. I used to plan all my classes, but now I kind of base the class on whoever's in the class and what they need for their body. So it's a lot easier for me to just kind of make up classes on the spot. But workshops, I definitely want to plan. So yeah. Here we got the fit going on. So this top I actually got in Guatemala at my yoga teacher training. We went to the town San Marcos. So I got this from a cute little shop. These pants, I don't know if you could see them. They're like, let me lower this. They're a little flowy. Oh, my Instant Pot is in the way, whatever. They're like these little flowy white pants. This is from a local boutique in my town. And then this I just took from my sister's room. So I got some crystals going on, and I feel like how I present during these ceremonies, let me raise this up. I want to kind of be this like, I just want to present myself almost like art, like just really like a beautiful being, you know what I mean? So I really do try hard with adding in like the crystals and stuff like that, and making myself look very clean. And yeah, I don't know, it's just like an intuition thing. All right, so I'm gonna start prepping the cacao. I'm all dressed and everything. I have about an hour until I have to leave, so I'm gonna start prepping the cacao. I'm using this brand. I have not tried this. The cacao I've used in the past has been from some locals in Guatemala. So the really important with cacao ceremonies, I'm making sure that it is ceremonial grade. This means that they're blessing the seeds, they're blessing the entire process, it's ethically grown, sustainable. So me and the owner of the studio looked at this company online and we decided that this would be a really good offering. So I'm excited to try it. I was kind of wondering like how much I should do. This package says that each serving size is 25 discs and there's about 10 servings per bag. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna actually make this entire bag because there's 9 people including me, so that's 10. Again, I never know how much people are gonna drink and stuff. So let's open up this package. So good. Yeah, so they come in these little like discs. The one I've used before has been like a block, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna use most of this bag. So the first thing I do in cacao ceremonies is I like to set the scene. So again, I'm just using my own intuition here and what I've learned from when I was studying this in Hawaii and Guatemala. I'm by no means an expert. I just really use my intuition and try to honor the process, honor the spirit of Mama Cacao, honor the earth, and use myself as a vessel for this. So I like to start by saging the place that I'm cooking in. I like to sage anything I'm using, so any pots, pans, a blender if I'm gonna use that. Usually when I do cacao ceremonies with myself and friends, I make some sort of homemade plant milk, so like a walnut milk or an almond milk or an oat milk. But the traditional way I've learned is to make it with water, and because I'm not really sure about people's allergies or anything, I'm just going to do this pure cacao and water and maybe like some cinnamon, maybe a little bit of agave to sweeten it. So we'll see how this goes. But first, very important that I kind of just cleanse the space. Cacao is one of my favorite plant medicines. I've had some crazy experiences on it, maybe more than the average person. I'm curious to see how everyone in this class will kind of vibe with the cacao, their thoughts and feelings and what comes up for them. All right, so I'm gonna do a lot of this stuff off camera. I'm gonna play some ancient music, whatever you want to call it, heart music, just to get me in the spirit, really in the flow. And I want to make sure that I'm cleansed, so I'm going to sage and cleanse myself, and I just want to be like a vessel of pure love and light, being able to channel and deliver this cacao and call in the spirit. So I'm gonna do that off camera. I'll see you when the cacao is ready. Por tu medicina, gracias cacao por tu amor. Gracias cacao por tu medicina, gracias cacao por tu amor. Cura, cura, cura mi cuerpo, limpia, limpia mi corazón. Pura, pura, pura mi espíritu, sana, sana con tu amor. Okay, I'm now at the studio. I'm here a half hour before the workshop starts just to kind of get everything all set up. I had to ditch the white pants, unfortunately, because I was making the cacao and spilt chocolate on them. So I don't understand why I thought like white pants like cacao ceremony. I don't know. It's okay, we switched to these little boho pants. Anyways, I'm going to set up this space right now. I think I'm gonna try to attempt to have everyone kind of like in a circle maybe. And then I'm going to set up the cacao and everything. All right, these are some things I put in my bag. So I brought 2 journals. One journal is the layout for the cacao. One's just if I have any thoughts that are coming up. I told everyone else to bring a journal. So also have these cards if people want to pull anything. And then here are some crystals that I got. I feel like this is a Mary Poppins bag. Some cups in case people want to bring their own mug. And I'm going to burn these in a fire after, so no waste. Some more crystals that I had from my altar at home. All right, so I'm thinking a circle might work. Here, it might be more of like an oval. By the way, I transported the cacao in this. So this will pop open and then people can, it all like comes out so they can, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like all discombobulated. All right, so this is the setup. I'll show you now that everyone has left. So we kind of had the mats in this like oval shape. I had this kind of in the center with like an actual candle in the middle. And then this was the cacao, and I brought in some of my crystals and oracle cards. And yeah, I had a bunch of different singing bowls set up also over here. And of course my guitar over there. And we also used these heated lavender, oh, just knocked the camera, these heated lavender eye pillows for relaxation. So, Diva, where do we begin? So, it's currently 6 p.m. The workshop started at 4 p.m. I asked everyone, like, it originally was gonna end at 5:15, so I asked in the beginning, I said, does anyone have to leave right at 5:15? They said no. I said, okay, we might go over. I entered this, like, channeled higher self state. I did this whole, like, inner child meditation at the end. I didn't even plan, it just, like, came to me. Like, I made them in their mind walk through a forest and then meet Mama Cacao and then heal their inner child, like, and then people were crying and people stayed after and talked. I said, take your time, journal about anything that's coming up. Yeah, that was crazy. That was my first workshop ever. I was like kind of nervous at first and I just let the energy take over me. I like literally feel like I'm in a different world right now. That was amazing. That was incredible. Like, it is just so powerful when we come together in community and unity, especially women. It was all women. And just like, it's just so healing. I can't even talk right now. I'm gonna go outside. It's a beautiful day out. And I don't even know. I just like feel so, I'm like blissed out. Like, wow, it was really crazy that I was able to create this space for people to experience such deep healing and deep emotions, and like that honestly just makes me so emotional because I don't know, like I didn't know I was like capable of this. I mean, it's not really me, it's like my higher self, you know, or like I'm just like a channel. All right, someone's car alarm is going off. Yeah, so that's my little spiel. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon. I want to just like lay here right now. Okay, bye.